Can we start?
Yes, sir. Can start.
Sir, Bala, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Parvesh.
Yeah, I think the participant will be keep coming.
Yes, yes.
Can we start, sir? Bala, sir?
Yes, we can. Can you hear me, Parvesh?
Yes, sir, sir. I could hear you, sir. I could not see your video.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. Now I could see your video. So you can hear me, no, sir?
yes, yes. Perfect.
Yes, sir. So I thank all the participants for joining this session. First of all, it's our pleasure to have our very, mentor. I would say he is not an external person. He is more our very closely associated with the CAC for a very long time. He is one of our mentor, Mr. Bala Subramanian. He has very rich background of experience in, automotive industry in TVS Group as well as in Ashok Leyland for almost more than 23 decades. And he have been, instrumental in setting up the skill development center in Kusan Institute of Science and Technology. And he has represented, automotive. He was formerly associated with Automotive Skill Development Council, and he represented ASTC in European Union, UK, and Australia, and so. And he has implemented successfully these national occupied standards in various OEMs like Tata Motors, Maruti, Mahindra, and Ashok Leyland, etc. So he has been a veteran in skill development and a part of the Skill Development Council. Currently, he is associated as a senior advisor in transfer and technologies. And as I said, he's one of our mentor guiding force for our startups who are associated in the automotive industry. So it's our pleasure, sir. Thanks for accepting our invite and giving your valuable wisdom to all our startups and our students and faculties. So now, without much taking time, so as you all know, many of you who have joined the Crescent Innovation Incubation Council is an incubation center supported by our university. We have 64 startups together. One of our thrust area is mobility and transportation. So all the matter, this session is very important to us. And so apart from that, we also focus on life sciences and industry 4.1 many areas. We support startups in triple M's, that is money, market, and mentoring. So that is either a money in terms of government grant. We have raised almost 1 crore government grant through various startups. We closely work with. We are also funded by BIRAC as one of the Bionis Incubation Center. But we also help our startups to get fund from EDI, Entrepreneurship Development Innovation Institute. As well as we also help them to get private investments. Almost 40 crore fund has been raised by our startups through angel investment and venture capitalists. Then we do market development. We help our startups to do the market development. Then we do our startups with the technical and business mentoring. So Mr. Balasubramanian is also one of our, technical mentor. So with this short introduction, now I leave the floor to Bala sir to take it further. Thank you, sir, once again. It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Parvesh. I think now let me start my session. First of all, is my voice is okay? Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. First of all, my words of thanks and compliments to Parvez Alam representing this Crescent Innovation Council, and for having invited me for this webinar. In fact, he has told me several weeks ago, due to various other things. Interestingly, we are all in lockdown, but everyone seems to be, having the experience of time flying out. There was an article in Times of India also a few days back, how the time has flown in the last 4 months. Okay, so that is why I titled this as Skilling New Normal. I welcome all the invitees who are attending this webinar by CIIC, and they have, in a very short time, they have done several path-breaking initiatives. Okay, with this I will start off my presentation. Let me start. See, if you see the item, that is the caption, skilling a new normal. Okay, actually, this is a new word of new normal. It should be replaced by abnormality. Okay, the situation is so abnormal, right? But we are calling this as a new normal. Now, what is this actually? Let us see in this session. We all going to see, this is the topic we are going to see today, how it began and where are we today, the challenges and the mitigation and the summary. We'll go through one by one. See, never we anticipated, all of a sudden we had a sample lockdown on May 22, and then followed by long days and weeks of lockdown starting from March 25, right? Never we realized that it will go to this extent, either on March 22 or March 25. Okay, that is where we are today. Situation has changed a lot, a lot. Now, how it began, okay? Now, if you see, if you just do a small rewind, how we began our journey is, it was all not that scary or not that threatening, I should say. And it all began on a very jovial note, right? You see this picture, everyone will recall the memes created by someone, okay, counting holes in the Mary biscuit. Similarly, there are so many things. Similarly, bristles in a broom, okay, then how many tiles in the bathroom, right? So what is the RPM of the fan? Like that, all silly things. This is what, it all began. I am talking about earlier stages of lockdown. Then suddenly this grooming has become a big topic, right? Anushka giving a haircut to Virat, then followed by trimming his beard and all, right? So this has become viral, and now this has become a daily. I should say this has become a household affair actually, right? By this time, today we are in August last week. At least 2 to 3 haircuts people would have had. I don't know how they managed it because all the salons were locked. Okay, so this is the situation. And another thing which is very, very interesting thing is, people used to share a list of movies available in OTT platform. And there are a host of online portals available, right from Netflix, Amazon to Apple TV and Woot, Eras, Z5, Geo, and all everything. And not to mention about YouTube. Okay, if you don't get it anywhere, you will get it in YouTube. Okay, and anything and everything. So this is how we started it actually, right? Now today things are totally different. Okay, now no longer we could be able to see smiles or jovial memes and all. It has gone down drastically. I can say 99% cut down actually. Now things have become very serious. Okay, and people are really scared and what should I say? The thinking, what is next, like that. So this is what it is. Okay. Now, where are we now? Now, the impact, it is tremendous, right? In terms of financials, if you see the left image, wherein the central GST has gone down by 52, this is first quarter, right? So minus 52%, then net tax revenue minus 46%, then minus 35 income tax, like that. It's a really baffling figures and very, very, very worrying figure. Then source is Economic Times, 1st August. Then not to say much is the auto sales, right? Now there is a drop of 91% for three-wheelers, for passenger vehicles minus 78%, and the two-wheelers 74%, commercial vehicle 84%. Please remember, and the overall the market is down by 75%. That is quite phenomenal and very death blowing, right? And very well, FADA means Federation of Automotive Dealers Association. April 2020, they don't want to remember this month, okay? Because everyone knows that April 2020 is beginning of our financial year, and opening the new account and with a great zeal after closing the accounts by March, right? So everyone will be geared up for this upcoming financial year. But this year is not that. Some of you might be aware, April is zero, domestic sales is zero, right? So that is why I said it is a month to forget, really terrible, right? So such is the scenario we have witnessed in the last few months. Fall in GDP, overall economy is on a tailspin, right? And then industry closed, right? Because there was a complete lockdown in terms of men, material, everything got stuck, and then no movement at all, okay? So this is a very, very unique situation. We used to have one day Hartal or somewhere in pockets, but not as a country as a whole. Even I should say most of the countries most of the factories in the world, right? They have been closed actually, right? In fact, if you recall, India is one of the worst lockdowns administered in the world, right? And the worst worrying part is the health and safety issue, right? And where this pandemic has struck everyone, rich and poor, okay, mighty, everyone. It has not spared anybody. Okay, we have heard a couple of names in the automotive sector who have fallen victims to this COVID pandemic. And then we need to adhere to the safety issues, right? And the physical distancing, mask and other things where we need to have a very, very strict adherence to the protocol. Since the closure due to lockdown and due to the pandemic seriousness, right? This work from home has started and remotely working. So whatever people they were doing work in their office, it started shift to the house, right? So this work from home concept has started, and you know very well that the work from home has got the limitations. Okay, say like for some engineering industries, we will not be having that play field to have the work carrying on uninterruptedly, right? And definitely it has brought in an abrupt change in the business model. People started making PPE, personal protective equipment. Companies like Ashok Leyland and Mahindra, they have started making ventilators, right? And then the people, apparel makers like Otto, Ramraj and all, they started making a mask matching to the shirts, right? And then the offline model which they are doing shop business and all have converted into online mode, including the local grocery shops and all. Often, no, you might have had messages through WhatsApp that we will deliver it at home, online order, payment also through online. So all these things have taken place because of this pandemic, because of this unique and worst situation, where the business which was hitherto carried out in, I mean, earlier, it is not so now, right? So we need to meet the challenges. Okay. Now, what are all the challenges, right? Now, normally, people will think year-on-year growth we used to measure, and then we'll say we will flourish. What is the percentage of growth? Okay, where we were last year and this year, like that and all. Now, today the question is survival, right? It is not the question of flourishing. It is a question of survival, right? And then mobility has been very severely hit. Just to take an example of a person moving from place A to B, say from Chennai to Delhi, either by flight or by train. Okay, just to imagine the cab which is going to take from his home to the airport, and then the flight which is going to take, or the train is going to take from Chennai to Delhi, and then from there again cab or auto, the taxi, and then the hotel arrangements, both the boarding and lodging arrangements, everything has taken a hit in one shot. Okay, the mobility has come to a grand standstill. Even today, the mobility is highly restricted. Still, bus movement is not there, train movements are not there, individual car movement is there, that too with a lot of restriction. Yes, can I answer now? Okay. Now, there is a question. In fact, mobility, there is a question by Mr. Rajagopal. The skilled workers, right? Now, what has happened is a very, very peculiar situation which no one has anticipated. Is because of the lockdown, okay, because of the company's closure, okay, they have all gone home. Some of them, unfortunately, a few of them could not reach home due to health conditions and all, and some of them reached. Now, there is a severe shortage of workforce internally at the respective places. Okay. Now, what is happening is there is a severe communication gap between the agency who have recruited these migrant workers, okay, or I should not say migrant, workers from the other states who have moved from their parent state to the other state. Okay. Now, what has happened is, again, getting them back is becoming a very serious challenge. See, one-off cases are there where the company or the agency, they are arranging by flight also, bringing them back. Okay. And that is not sufficient actually, because the workers, the laborers who have shifted, they are in lakhs actually, right? So getting them back is a very, very serious challenge. This is where I think, first of all, this agency who have recruited them have failed them a lot. Okay, having not taken care of them, because the migrant workers have a severe problem in answering their daily food arrangements and all. When all the shops are closed, so what they will do? Because when they go their home, they can manage. And to bring them back, we need to have the sufficient mapping of the people, and then they need to have a concerted effort with the government, and then bring them back. So for them, we need to have the data of the laborers who have been recruited. Okay, maybe existing previously worked people and the new workers who are willing to come and work. Okay, based on the skill mapping. So this is what the skill development is attempting to do by mapping the skills locally, right? So it is a real challenge. Okay. So which one time only will answer. So another thing, because of the physical distancing restriction and movement, okay, there is a severe death in face-to-face interaction, to and fro communication and getting the feedback. See, you know, as the industry, you need to get the customer's voice heard, and you have to also customize the individual's need. Then only you can prosper in the business. When that is lacking, it's a real serious situation which need to be addressed. And unless and until we measure and then evaluate, we won't be able to make a corrective action or customize the product, designing the product to meet the customer's needs, and also addressing the current concerns of the getting feedback from the customer. That is very, very essential, because without getting the feedback, without getting your ears to the field, your product will not reach the people, and it will not meet the intended purpose. Now, worst of all is we don't know to what extent this COVID will last long. We have been talking August, September, October, November. Now people are talking maybe till December. Even then, we don't know, okay, when this will last, okay. And the spread and the extent is really alarming. Yeah, but I don't want to dump you with the figures, but if you look at the overall world figures, it is till today, it is 2.36 crores, right? The people who have been infected, and the deaths have been 8.14 lakhs as on yesterday night figure. Okay, so it is highly dynamic and it is growing, and every day 2 lakhs people are getting infected. It is coming to know, actually more people testing, maybe more number will come to light. So this is a very serious situation, right? So we are in for a long haul. Now what to do? This has exposed to vulnerabilities, right? And in terms of skill gap, right? We need to identify the skill gaps and then provide. First of all, we need to know what are all the skill gaps, and we need to address them by building required capabilities, right? How? Okay. Now this is not a very easy task. We have to have a clear-cut strategy and technology, so that we can overcome these vulnerabilities and address the skill gap. That is very, very essential now. So the need of the hour is we need to leverage the technology. At the same time, we have to be really agile in doing so, right? Now, just one good practical example, let me tell you, which I experienced a few weeks back. This HDFC Life Insurance and this ICICI and host of others, they have started reaching the customer, and they have pushing their products online. You know very well, take a very typical case of Demat account entry, where you need to sign some 30 odd pages physically. Now, when you are physically, physical meeting is not enabled, okay, now this online feature has come, wherein they have replaced all the physical checks and balances, form signing, authentication, eKYC. So everything they have done online, and they were able to canvas their customers for their insurance policies. If they think that, yes, because if we could not meet the customer, we will also keep quiet, means then where they will go, right? So this is what is very much required. Like this is happening in many other fields also. Now, I just put it in my own wisdom. The short-term measures which we need to take is, of course, the health and safety, infection prevention and the control, right? This is very, very important. See, for example, the importance of physical distancing, wearing of a mask, then using a sanitizer, then hand wash, personal hygiene condition, interacting with the others safely with a safe distance, right? 6 feet distance with wearing mask. So these are all the very, very important thing, which is a must. Okay, there is no question of compromise here because of one's own health plus other say health also. See, you know very well, offices have been closed for the last 3-4 months. So close to workplaces. Now, just to imagine a close to workspace means straight away the office is closed. Okay, pantry, then the housekeeping staff, security staff, the infrastructure arrangements, the power, the AC. Okay, all these things have come to a knot, right? So now everything has shifted to home. Okay, and through digital it has come. Okay, so now there is I don't know what these offices will become in the days to come, right? Because homes have become office, right? And not only the requirement, the physical requirement is there, like furniture and the internet related communication equipment. Okay, like you need to have a good reliable broadband. Then you have the laptop and the required skills. Okay, then for the learning and development purposes, we need to deploy VR skills and other new emerging technologies like AI and machine learning and other, all the new emerging technologies we need to transit very quickly. That is very, very important. And this has thrown us into a different dimension altogether, right? This stress management is very, very essential in these days, right? Because earlier we were going to office and coming, mingling with the people, right? Now we have stuck at 4 walls inside our house, that too stuck in front of the laptop, right? And we need to really have a structured plan to manage ourselves well, physically and mentally. This stress management exercise, depending upon their own physical constraints, they need to really do to manage their stress. Very, very important. Then virtual communication. Okay, it has become a part and parcel of everyone's life today. Then this leadership skills. Okay, time management, team working. This has to be really honed up. And the evergreen skills for life. We used to often tell LLN, language, literacy, and numerics. Okay, and now there is a very, very important need for writing and speaking skills, speaking skills, right? So this has to be honed to perfection so that all your written communications are in place now. They have to be. Then you need to talk to your clients, you need to talk to your peers, your own colleagues and your team meetings. So this writing and speaking is very, very essential. And one need to hone up to the perfection day by day. It is not that, you know, you are perfect and all. And the learning and development, this is very close to my heart. And what is happening is the essence of this is the 3 T's: topic, time, and the technique. Now, because of the physical distancing constraints, right, we need to factor in these 3 aspects very much. Now, depending upon the topic, yeah, I will finish this slide and then answer your query. Depending upon the topic and the time, we need to deploy our technique. Now, please consider this a fact that we don't have the luxury of taking him to a lab, okay, physical lab. It can be a biology lab or it can be an automobile lab, right? So we can't be able to take it, dissect or dismantle an engine and then show them and all. So we need to deploy the skills which are technology based, okay, like augmented reality skills, then the animation. So all those things we should need to employ, and the time also to suit the topic. So we have to dissect the topic according to the technique and the time, and then we need to deliver. Okay, look, we have last year also we had 24 hours per day. This year also 24 hours per day. So we need to really efficient and improve the effectiveness. Okay, without compromising the quality of training. Okay, now can you, yeah, I think a few of them raised their hands. Shall we have a question after this? Just it will take another 5 minutes. See now, see, we have to ensure that we remain relevant and retain mental stability. It is very essential now to keep pace with the altered work scenario, right? Because that earlier we used to go to office, okay, then we used to interact with our teammates, and then we have a short bio break, and then coffee time, and then we used to exchange our thoughts, any doubts and all across the face. Okay, we go to their table and then talk and all. All those things have gone now, right? So we need to have certain reorientation of ourselves to meet this current challenge. Now, what is it? It is important now. It is very, very essential that we adopt and have a flexible schedule and mindset. Okay, you know very well that the call timings will be there, say at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Okay, so you be prepared for that, and then you have to also have a self-discipline. See, for example, if your office time is 9 to 6, right? So similarly, at home also, you need to have some discipline, and then have that the same work culture at home also. Okay, imagine that you are going to office and be ready by 8:45, right? And then the requirements of the organization, it varies from company to company. You have to adhere to that. Okay, and here, see again, the goals are KRAs. Some people call objectives and the key result areas and all, depending upon the company. So it's all there. There is no change now. But what you need to do is, you need to remember this aspect always is to keep that in your mind, and then keep working on that, and then motivate yourself from that, right? As I told you earlier, verbal and written skills, right? And see, you have the depth of colleagues' wisdom or your seniors' wisdom now. For anything and everything, you have to call and talk. See, nothing like a face-to-face meeting. So, somewhat well-developed, troubleshooting capabilities you need to have, right? That is very well. And the last but not the least, okay, true work-life balance and stay focused. Now, it is not that work from home means 24/7. Okay, it is not that. So you need to have a plan of your work, and then structure your schedule accordingly, and then as per the time commitment, as per the work timelines, you need to be focused without compromising your family life. That is very, very important. That is what work-life balance. Often people struggle. And again, these are all vicious cycle wherein you also get stressed. Okay, I find most of them are stressed after the video call. Okay, particularly when you lag somewhat in the timelines. Okay, when you get stuck for some solutions and all. So somewhat, you feel some assistance for some support, so that you come over that crisis. It's very, very important. So that means you have to take time to disconnect also, take care of your mental health, and retain human connection, and engage in personal branding. Okay, so I think some of you are, most of you are aware that Google now has brought in a branded card, virtual card. Okay, you just Google it, you will find that the Google virtual business card, right? It is just like a LinkedIn profile. You can also add up to your business card and then communicate with your prospective customers and for marketing yourself. You might have heard this in many films. Okay, the fear. Okay, we generate fear while we sit. Now, never we give a chance for the fear to overcome us. Rather, we should overcome them by action. This was told by one psychologist way back in the 50s. Now, let us all be positive in combating this pandemic situation, right? And then what I mean, see, positive is corona positive. Okay, I don't want any of our friends and colleagues to have this problem. So let us win this war, right? And then we'll come victorious, and then we will have our regular life in a smooth way as we were till before the lockdown. Okay, so let me just tell you. We see the companies are also making attempts for individual learning. Okay, which are very immersive, something like AR, VR tools and all. Okay, they are increasing the work capability and giving more avenues for innovation, experiment with artificial environment. Since we have this lack of mobility and physical contact, okay, so we can create the artificial environment using the technology, and then thereby our business doesn't get affected. Okay, and our goals are achieved. So now I request this CIIC team. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think some of them raised hands. So we'll have some few questions, and then depending upon the situation, we will.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Rajagopalan. Yes, Mr. Rajagopalan. CISM, can you unmute them,
Sir, we'll make it, sir.
please? I think one by one you can unmute so that we can have an interaction. Yes, Dinesh. Hello. Hello. What happened?
So once again, sir, I'm asking the host to unmute you.
That's what. Please do it fast. People are waiting. Can you make it fast, Dinesh? Hello?
Mr. Rajagopalan, please unmute.
ஆமா 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 ஆ.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Rajagopal.
Sir,
Kavin, Karthik.
yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
No, you can ask others. I think there is some issue with Mr. Rajagopal. Other two people I saw, they have raised their hands. I think Mr. Kaif. Whether lockdown is real lockdown to fight the COVID or it is a war between center and state. Okay, this question is out of syllabus.
Actually, it's not snowing here.
Okay, I'm just answering Raghavendra Sadbhai, whether lockdown is really lockdown to fight the COVID or fight between center and state and all. So what my answer is, it is out of syllabus. Okay. So I'm not the competent person to answer this query. Okay, Mr. Mohammed Kaif. So where are we now? Karthik?
Good evening, sir. Nisha from CIC here. So Karthi is just taken a leave for some other work. So may I request the audience to raise their hand if they want to ask the questions directly to Mr. Bala Subramanian?
Yes.
The option is there below in the taskbar. You can just press the icon and the hand icon will be there. Accordingly, we will be unmuting you so you can raise the questions.
I think one Mr. Mohammed Kaif raised his hand. Can you see his, can you unmute him? Is he still
Sir,
online?
Satya,
Mohammed Kaif,
so Ms. Satya has raised her hand. I'll unmute her.
please.
Allow.
Yeah, Satya.
Ms. Satya, you can unmute yourself and raise the question. We're giving you the provision, please. Satya R. Satya R, you can raise your question. We have given you the provision. Please unmute yourself and you can raise the question. Sir, I suppose most of those people have accidentally raised their hands.
Okay. No, that's fine. One second. One
Yeah,
question
yes.
has come. Can you able to see the question?
Yes, sir. We are using alcohol-based hand sanitizer to get rid of COVID. Does bacteria present in the area gain resistance towards alcohol?
No, it is okay. I am not the competent health expert, but still, from the inputs and directions by the ministry, alcohol-based sanitizer need to be used. And one more thing, if alcohol-based sanitizer not available, you can use our regular toilet soap. Okay, so that will take care of your cleanliness. Okay.
Sir, there's another question, whether you have answered it, I'm not sure. Current scenario makes the survival very worse economically. Will it be overcome? Can it be overcome in the future? If so, how?
No. Let me be brutally frank. Things are very problematic as of now. Okay, point number one. Point number two, how long it will know? What things will know only from November or December. Okay, so I can say till this year end. Okay, and point number three is the revival will be there. Yes, depending upon the extent it goes beyond December, or so the revival will also match accordingly. Okay, you got my point. Number one is it will go till December. Okay, based on all the inputs which we receive from the government and from the industry and from the other world inputs also from other countries. If it goes beyond Jan, then it is a real issue. It will get prolonged further. Okay. So again, we need to do a reinvent. Okay. So we may have to find a way out. We can't be sitting idle now. Okay. The war has to be won, right? So that is the situation here. It is very, it's very, fingers are crossed. We don't know what is going to happen. Okay.
Okay, sir. And Mr. Satya Narayanan has raised a question.
Yes.
What he has asked is how will the landscape of skilling industries change? How will it impact healthcare industry? Will there be more opportunities for the startups in medtech?
Yeah. See, I will tell you there will be a big shake-up in the way in which the skilling is done. For example, people are thinking at AR skills and AR VR skills as a very costly proposition, and today it may become a necessity, right? It may be one of the standard tools for learning. Number one. Number two, health sector, yes, not only towards testing, treatment and all, you also need to be aware of the garbage it has created by this. See, just imagine across the world, daily testing is done as on date, 2.36 crores people have been identified as positive. Okay. Now, just imagine, what about those tested this one samples, right? So this disposal is very, very big. What should I say? Big challenge. In fact, yesterday I think IIT Madras and Stuttgart, they have devised a method to manage this garbage, that is medical waste. Okay, coming out of this coronavirus. Okay, so definitely health sector will be the prime this one. Okay, not only just a sanitizer and mask, the other things like testing and the tracing, And again, technology will play a very good role in tracing, okay, contact tracing and all, right? You know, both Google and Apple, they are head deep into it as of now. So, yes, technology will take a big leap. It will, definitely it will. It has already taken, it will.
Okay,
Yeah, what is
sir.
the second one you said?
Will there be opportunities for startups in medtech?
Startup in?
Medtech, sir. Medical
Yes,
technology.
yes. See, one thing, no, which you all agree, the cost of testing is a very, very important issue, and the time. See, if I can do it, say somewhere minus that factor, okay. Instead of 100 rupees, if I am able to do 90 rupees, if I am able to do it 24 hours, from 24 hours to 1 hour or 2 hours, it is fine. So both in terms of the cost, cycle time, and the accuracy of the test. Okay, this will play a very crucial role in the startups. If they could do it, they will be millionaire overnight. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That was enlightening, sir. And then in generic, many people have asked about coronavirus. So I feel that is out of your scope, but still many people are asking how many days the virus will leave on surface, and all those details are regarding general.
No. Those things, I'm not the competent person. But one thing generally, what I can tell you is, it will wash away to the almost 50% of the population. Then only we can say to at that point of time. Okay, so it is not that something, no, you yeah, dirt has fallen on your shirt and then you wipe it out. No, it is not like that. Okay, it will wash at least to 50% of the population. This is as per, because many countries have failed actually. Okay, this herd immunity. Okay, then the complete lockdown like India. Okay, herd immunity like Sweden and UK. Then you take the another example of USA, another example of Russia. So everyone has failed in this. Okay, so and one more thing, you would have seen in the news items last week. Since last week, New Zealand is reported with the corona cases. Okay, earlier they were telling corona-free country. Okay, so around 15 or so plus, I remember it has come. Okay, so there is nothing like that. Unless and until vaccine is developed, it will not. Okay, it will remain. Only thing is we have to be careful. And there is also a case where a person infected with the corona is again got infected again. Okay, that also has thrown up. Okay, so now only people are knowing about it. I don't know the percentage. They are knowing it. The more they know, the more capabilities they will develop in fighting against COVID.
Thank you, sir. There's another question from Mr. Rajagopalan Natarajan.
Yes.
So what he is asking is, since most home due to long corona shutdown,
Yes.
will there be a shortage of getting skilled workers to the various industries, including automotive sector?
Yes, they will. See, there are two aspects here. One is how to bring them back here. I don't think there is a database available as to who are all the people who have been working with them and all. Had they been there, the migrant issue would not have cropped up at all, number one. Number two, several states are taking care of them. I mean, to some extent, I won't say to a large extent. To some extent, they are taking care of locally, something like, UP and then MP, like that. Other states also may follow. So definitely this is going to be a serious challenge. Serious challenge in bringing back the workers. Okay. At the same time, there should also be a pull factor among the local permission. I'm talking about Tamil Nadu. I hope our this webinar participants may be from other states. But within Tamil Nadu, or for that matter, other state, there has to be some pull effect with the due skill mapping, and then they have to do. I think the skill development mission have got a role to play here, along with the industry, to map the people who have been skilled and then brought them. Even if they are deficient in the skills, they need to be, the gaps need to be identified, and then a skilling program need to be installed so that you can bring back them to their livelihood, and also to bring back our business also alive. This is a big challenge, I do agree.
Okay, sir. We have, I suppose we have covered almost all the questions. There's one more question. I suppose it's a political question itself, but I'll raise it for the in the lighter note. They are asked whether the lockdown is really is it to fight against COVID, or is it a war between center and some state government, so that people will not work for the rest of coming months?
No, this I have already answered. Okay.
Okay, sir.
First of all, it is out of syllabus and political question.
Yes.
Right. But one thing which I would tell to our esteemed people, see, what we need to do is, every individual who is on this webinar and who they are related to and close circles, they have to be conscious about this physical distancing and practice of good health protocols. Okay. So that is what I would like to submit here. I don't want to come into state government or central government, because no one knows what is happening actually. Certain things are twisted to their own advantage. So sometimes both are at their wrong, this one. Okay. But again, let us not worry about that. Let us worry about our own role. Okay. Normally, no, we only advise others, but we should follow actually on our own sake. So we have to have this physical distancing and follow-up of health protocols as advised by the concerned ministry and the concerned health experts. Only then we will survive. Okay. And we people survive, our state will survive, and our state result in the country being surviving, and then everyone will survive. That is my humble view. Okay.
Okay, sir. There's there's another question raised. Tips on personal and business financial planning on this pandemic. Nothing seems to reduce on this lockdown. All prices are increased. Okay. Is there any tips for business financial planning, sir, for this pandemic?
See, first of all, the consumption has not reduced. What I mean is, we are all eating 3 times or 2 times every day, right? And we are consuming our mobile phone and all, electricity, paying our rent. So those things have not reduced. Okay. And the people are not here to say, look, you don't pay me house rent because you are in a pandemic and all. Okay. They continue to demand and you have to pay. So that is a real issue. The problem is people who have lost their jobs. Okay. So there is a real issue for them. Okay. Am I right? Okay. This is what I think is meaning. Because those who are already working, they continue to work from home rather than to the office. Okay. Now, the problem is only with the people who have been given sent off by the companies because of their non-functioning of the business. Take, for example, the salon people, the electrical shops, okay, the housemaid, okay, they are all jobless for 2-3 months, okay. So everyone stopped entertaining them because of the restrictions, okay. Even if it is an individual house or in an apartment, people are not allowed. Yes, there is a problem, right? So this is where the savings will help, okay. And we have to really cut down our non-essential expenses. Really, we need to be really fiscally prudent. Really, we need to be conscious about the financial implications in spending every penny, every rupee. We have to be aware of this and whether it is essential. Actually, normally, in the normal circumstances also, we should do that. See, suppose I am buying a mobile phone for 10,000 bucks. Okay. Now I should ask myself whether I need to buy this 10,000 rupees worth of phone, whether it is required, whether 8,000 will do, or whether I need a phone, or whether a feature phone costing 3 to 4,000 will help. So those things we need to ask ourselves, even in normal circumstances. Okay. So in pandemic, you have to ask 100 times.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. And another question is regarding after the situation, will India see a bright future in business?
Yes, definitely. I am also with other fellow Indians like you and me. Yes, it will be bright. And the people are telling, the industry experts, from next half. Okay. So July, I mean, as of now, I am telling, from July 2021 onwards, things will start brightening up. That is what people are telling. There are a couple of factors also. Okay. People will turn to India for manufacturing and all. Okay. Unfortunately, because of the political situation, that also brings in opportunities for India. Okay, but to meet that challenge, it will take some time. It will not happen immediately because we are way far below the our political adversary right now. Okay, China. So that will take a long time. But the situation definitely will improve, and we have a bright future. Okay. Of course, with the help of political support, the government on the day at the center definitely will help. Okay. Yes. Hope I have answered the query.
Yes, sir. And there's another question. It's a personal pain, I feel. She has asked like suggestion for a daughter who's in the first year MBBS and worrying about the healthcare field and the exam postponement.
No. See, again, okay. No, she has already joined the first year or going to join?
She's doing her first year. Now they are worrying about the future of healthcare field and also about the exams being postponed, and so thereby the years also being lagged for that particular candidate.
No. See, one thing, no, there is nothing to worry about it. In fact, one of my close friends' daughter, she has joined the MD from the few days back. Okay. So today is Wednesday. Now from Monday onwards, she joined actually. So, no, basically, in fact, healthcare, they need not have to worry at all. Okay, number one. Number two, see, there is a setback. I do agree. There is a disruption in the classrooms. Right from, why you talk about MBBS? Right from LKG, UKG onwards, there is a disruption, okay, in the school studies, UG and medicals and all, okay. Yes, there is a setback and everyone is conscious about it, but you need not have to worry about it. Only thing is, you have to be patient, okay. Not to worry, that's what my humble prayer, okay. Don't get worried unduly.
Okay, sir. So we have covered almost all the questions. So on behalf of CIC, I would like to thank you, sir, for sparing your moment with us and taking up personal questions and in fact some political questions also. You have given a feedback, and in fact this is a need of the hour, business wise, financial wise. It's there's a pandemic going through everyone's mind, but at least you are able to clear it out. So thank you on behalf of our CEO, Mr. Parvez Alam, and the team. I thank you, sir.
Yes.
So
yes. I hope I have answered the query to the best of my ability, right? And yeah, see, politics is inseparable, and particularly in today's WhatsApp times, okay, you will find half of the messages are political in nature, okay, pro and cons, okay. But let us not get carried away by those. Most of them are fake messages, 90%. Okay, let us check it on the web. There is a fact check available in the Google. Okay, you can please check. Before forwarding any message, please check and forward. If you are in doubt, please delete. That is my humble request today. And again, as usual, you adopt a physical distancing and then be healthy and be away from the COVID impact. Thank you, CIC team and other webinar participants. Thanks a lot.
thank you, sir. With your permission, I'm stopping the webinar. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
And thank
So
you, participants.
your good name, I didn't get your full name.
Nisha Mukund, sir.
Nisha.
I'm with the CIC team, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Nisha. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nisha. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.